everybody, it's Cindy A. Lewis, and I am going to be starting a gratitude junk journal. And if you have seen the other video about the tag or gratitude tag and pocket challenge, I am going to put those in my gratitude journal because I'm so thankful for all of you who are part of my channel and this journey. All right, so I've already got my book from Dollar Tree gutted, and you can see right here that I accidentally cut part of the spine. That's okay. I am going to be reinforcing that, so that's okay. Then I have some fabric from, where did I buy this? Did I get this from Dollar Tree, or I think I may have gotten it from Walmart. But anyway, I'm not sure. But I have some beautiful fall fabric that I'm going to use to cover my cover. I'm going to use to cover my cover on the external side. And I will tell you, this is a really important thing to me to do this, to remember all of my YouTube family. And so I'm really excited to do this. Basically, you just need your cover, whatever it is that you're going to use. You can use for your panels, you can use chipboard, or you can take an old book or a book that you have found at a garage sale and make your own. So what I'm going to do is show you how to cover this with this fabric today, and then I will show you in another video how to reinforce this spine, and then also how to cover the inside. And we're just going to progressively go on, and as entries come in for the gratitude tag and pocket challenge, I will add them to the journal. So I'm very, very excited about it. I'm going to be adding signatures as well. So anyway, this particular book cover is approximately 9 inches, little over 9 1/4. The front panel is about 6, a little less than 6, 5 3/4. The actual spine itself is about 2 inches. And then of course, you have to think about your creases here, your hinges. So, all right. So the way that I measure how much fabric I'm going to need, and just to let you know, since this is not really got any design on it, it's going to be okay to just cover right from the fabric. So I usually measure what I'm going to need, and I give myself a little extra. So I don't need to come over this much for my cover. So I'm going to scoot my fabric over, and then I like to see what's going to be on the front, and I think that looks beautiful. So I'm going to give myself about 2 inches. Is that about 2? About 1 3/4 inches. So I want to do the same thing on this side as well. I have been asked a number of times about the glue that I use for my junk journals, and I use what is called Kalau glue. It is an alcohol-based glue, and I've seen a tremendous difference in the journals that I've used with this than any kind of glue that is a water base. And I will tell you, this adheres rock solid. It does not really have a major smell like some others. It binds everything together without making it bubbly, if you will, or seeping into, say, the cover. And so it's just the best glue. That I really love this glue. Now, I have only been able to buy it from Crafter's Companion, which is in England. Sometimes you can get it on HSN, but I've been asked about it a number of times, and I try to buy extra. So if there's something you're interested in, let me send you a link. It is on sale right now on Crafter's Companion's website because they're celebrating their 18th birthday. All right, so what I try to do here is I go ahead and just to show you where those hinges are, I cut my fabric so that I can pull this up into that spine. So it'll go like this. And I think I'm going to put just a tad bit of tape on there to hold that in place. And then I'm going to turn it here also. And because I am going to reinforce it on the inside as well. All right. I've decided, since the spine is pretty weak with that cut there, I'm going to go ahead and reinforce it with a piece of chipboard that I've cut to fit here. So I'm going to go ahead and do this before putting on the outside cover, just so you can see. And I would have done this anyway, but maybe just in a different order. So I've measured this to fit just inside the spine like this. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover it. This is book cloth. It's kind of stretchy. It's kind of like interfacing. Someone asked me one time. Yes, it's kind of like interfacing. So you could use that as well. You can also use what the post office uses called Tyvek. Just gives a little stretch to this because you're going to be opening and closing your book a lot, and these hinges will be working this. So you don't want it to be paper. Does that make sense? All right, so we're going to cut this to fit the length of the book, or top and bottom of the book. But then you're going to want about 2 inches or so on either side. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down, and we're going to glue this to this edge and this edge, which are the 2 hinges that connect the book cover outside panels to this spine. So I'm going to fold it in half. We're just going to piecemeal this for now, and I'm going to put it about in the middle here. I can't take too long because this glue really dries pretty fast. And I'm going to push it down in that spine crevice, and then do the same thing on this side. Make sure that that hinge is going to work, and then I'll glue down this other side so you can see. Want to make sure that that will open and close like that, and then on this side as well. So this one, it needs to go down in there where that hinge is. Okay, then I'm just going to go ahead and glue this down, and you can smear it with your finger if you want to or need to. You're not going to really see it, but there we go. This is the best glue. I'm just telling you, it's my favorite glue. I love it. And it's really good for matting and layering papers, because it just does not soak in the paper and look like it's soaked in the paper. All right. And one thing too with it, if you get it over, like it comes out the side or something, you can rub it off. So, all right, so we've got that. Now we're ready to go. All right, so the way that I put my fabric on is I do it half at a time. So I want to see where it is. I want to fold it in half, and I want to see where it fits on here. So I'm going to fold my fabric. Well, I'm going to go ahead, since I kind of know where it goes anyways. I'm just going to show you. Here we go. All right, so we're going to just go with it folded like this. We're going to start right here on this side. And I'm just going to put the glue directly onto this panel. This is the outside panel. And what I'm going to do though is I'm going to spread it around with a brush, because I don't want any of those edges from the glue showing up accidentally. So let's get this edge really good. But we're going to pull it tight too. Okay, so we've got our glue on there. We know where our book goes, right? Because this is the middle here. Okay, so we're going to Fold that. And then you just start working it. You want to make sure you get your book fabric into that hinge there, and then pull it this way. Then we're going to put it on to this spine here, and we're going to do the same thing. Just going to take this brush and spread it around. Okay, now I'm going to pull this up because you want it tight. You don't want it to have any wrinkles. You know, you want to pull it tight. All right, and we're going to be playing with this a minute. Then you just take it and put it on the back panel. This is really easy, really easy to do. Okay, now I'm going to spread this with my brush here, just to spread it from edge to edge. I don't want to see those little lines. And I'm going to pull this over. Now I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to make sure I get all of these I want to make sure I can see where my hinges are for my spine, and if I need to pull anything tighter. I feel like I need to pull this a little bit tighter. But it glues really fast. And that looks really nice. This is a little bit, but I think it'll be all right. Pull it tight. Now, to secure it, there's different ways people do this. I like to cut a little triangle off the corners. So I'm trying to do this where you can see it. Let me turn this a little bit. So I cut the corners, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And this might be a little long on this side. So cut all 4 corners like that. All right, now you've got your journal covered on the outside. So you want to secure the inside by gluing these down. What I usually like to do is I glue the top and bottom first, but it doesn't really matter. And then I glue this part we cut into the spine. Okay, so we'll just start with the back up here. We're going to glue down this little piece. It's kind of just a flap. You won't see it when we cover the inside. Then we're going to glue this piece down. Now I will tell you, I will put a little metal title on here, and I will put some metal book corners. I like that look. It's a very cool look, and it makes it look very professional, I think. So I'm going to do these tops and bottoms, and you can see I'm just spreading that glue underneath there. There we go. And then we're going to do this at the bottom as well. I'm not as worried about if any of the glue shows, you know, the little lines, because it's going to be covered up. This is going to be covered up because we're going to put a cover on the inside. So we want to make sure we got this covered. And this is this panel's flap. Just going to bring that in. And the reason that we cut the corners off is because when we put the metal corners on, we don't need all that extra folded under. So we just get rid of that extra before we ever glue it down. And then if you have a little bit here, you can snip it off. It won't matter because you're going to put the book corner on there. So if you do have that, just like, that's barely anything. All right. Then do the same thing on this side. And I appreciate you joining me on this journey of gratitude this fall. Such a powerful thing as gratitude and thankfulness, and how we can share that with others in our lives, and how it reminds us of the things that we do have We might not have everything, but we have a lot to be thankful for. All right, so this one has a little extra, so I'm gonna cut that. Be good. All right, now I told you about this spine. We're gonna go ahead and glue down this little flap right here, and we're just pushing it into that little hinge because we want to make sure that it gets in there as well. So I'm just pushing that in like that. I'm going to do it on this side as well. This is the top, I believe. And then we want to make sure that our journal is opening and closing. We want to make sure that we have it glued all the way down everywhere. Okay. And these little threads we can cut off, and there we go. It's just beautiful. This is really beautiful fabric too. So this is the beginnings of the gratitude journal that I will be making. And I will be participating, you will be participating, hopefully, by sending your tags and pockets in for the challenge. So if you want to enter the challenge, I've linked that information below as well. And I hope you'll come back next time and we will continue to work on this journal to get the inside done as well as the hardware for the outside. Now this one will have a title plate and book corners. And we're going to go ahead and put a ring clasp here to hold a tassel, and it's going to be beautiful. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you will create a gratitude journal as well. Don't forget to enter the challenge, and we'll talk soon.